Hello, good afternoon po. Fidel Fernandez again with another episode for Kali exercise, or sometimes we call this Kali's Phoenix. Okay, once again, let me tell you that I'm not a grandmaster or a master or even an instructor. Okay, I'm telling you this because some are calling me such. No, I'm not. I'm just a plain user of the Kali as a Filipino martial arts, the principles of it, using this as a form of exercise. And you see, I'm using the principles of Kali, and the intention is actually to build strength, coordination, and grace. And that's basically the definition of calisthenics. So calisthenics is normally spelled with the letter C, but this time my Kali is called calisthenics with the prefix Kali, which is referring to Kali. Okay, when I use it in the form of exercise. Okay, my concept of a grandmaster, a master, a teacher. Okay, first, you are considered master if you have a student, or you are a teacher when you have a student. I don't have. Maybe my followers here, I know, and thank you for those who have subscribed. Maybe you can consider me as a teacher, but I'm online and never intended to be one. But I thank you if you consider me as one. Okay, never had any experience of a face-to-face personal teaching with Kali. Okay, and that's what I am. Sige, Bob. Okay, so a master is one who has students and students who have gained experience and expertise. So I'm not such. Okay. Now, when the student becomes an expert himself and has his own students, then then a master becomes a grandmaster, and that's the concept of actually a grandmaster, which I am not. Okay. So it's just like being a father to children. Children, when they grow up, they become fathers as well. Then I become a grandfather. And that's the concept of being a grandmaster. So don't call anyone as a grandmaster, unless, of course, he has a master. He developed a master, and who developed his own students. You are a teacher when you teach. You have a student. When your students grow, you become a master. When they become a teacher themselves, then you become a grandmaster. So I'm not. So please, okay, just call me a fellow Kali enthusiast. Okay. So let me also make some clarifications as to what Filipino martial arts is. Just like any other martial arts, Kali is a martial art. Okay, it's an art. Just like painting is an art, singing is an art, music is an art. Okay, and we may use it different ways in different ways. Same is any form of art. You practice the art, you learn the art, then you may use it according to your own intention. So if you know how to sing, that's an art. You learn the art of singing, you know the notes, you know music, then you may just be a singer of your own, singing in your own bathroom, maybe as a leisure singer. Or maybe you can become a professional singer. Or maybe you can sing in a club or something like that. Or maybe you can be a recording artist. It's two different functions. And that's the art. A Filipino martial art, just like any other arts, holds the same principle. Okay, so an art for me, I use it as a form of exercise. I utilize the principles of the moves, modify it a bit, and conform it to my intention as an exercise. So that's how it is. But then again, others learn the art that they may apply it in combat. If you are a police officer and there's a Kali instructor or Arnis instructor teaching you, then he teaches you the principles of Kali with different moves. Okay, the principle of combat and the principle of it using as an art are two different things. Okay, the reason why is because in the art of Kali, or in a martial art, the main objective is to do as many forms as possible. And so one strike becomes two, becomes three, becomes four, combinations of it. You don't have any opponent, and you have only what they call as a scream as shadow. That's why there is such a term as shadow fighting. Okay, you utilize it to develop the moves, make it graceful, coordinate the moves of your left and right hand and your body and your feet, and that makes the art. In combat, it's different. The principle is to neutralize the threat immediately as quick as possible. So the moves are uh, are summarized very quick. If you can neutralize the enemy in one move, that's it. So you have the moves are, combination moves. You parry at the same time you strike. Okay, the moves are made up to be deadly. In Filipino martial arts, if you don't use it for combat, then the tendency is to develop the form, to develop the strike, develop the blocks and the parrying with utmost concentration on perfection of the moves. You may develop your own, that's creativity, okay? Develop your own sequences, that makes it an art. You develop your creative sense in terms of uh, characterizing who you are, your moves, the creation, your creation would reflect some part of your personality, and that's it, okay? And so that's what we are. That's what my Kali is all about now. And I think it's good enough for me to tell you at this point in time after a few months. I've been doing this for almost 3 months now, and I've gathered some uh, 350 followers. And I'm so grateful to you. Okay, thank you very much for subscribing to my channel on YouTube. And yeah, I hope you are enjoying calisthenics or Kali exercise with me. Okay. So this time I want to show you mano-mano. Okay, the Kali principles are applied to without weapons. So we call that mano-mano. In Spanish, mano is hands, and when you say mano-mano, is hands against hands. And by the way, this is the first Kali encounter I had, and I told you before that my encounter with Kali is with my elder brother, who was a martial artist. And every time he came home from Dumaguete, we would do sparring. I was doing my own, okay? I was doing my own karate and kung fu moves during my younger days. And this is where I got the principles of Kali, and I'm applying it in Kali exercise now. Okay, so now I'd show you how to exercise, how to do my moves with mano-mano. Okay, mano-mano is a form of Kali, Filipino martial arts without the stick, without the bolo. Okay, now let me show you how. Let me show you some sequences which which I am doing as a form of exercise. So hold on. Okay, hello once again, friends. Let me show you some moves, and you will notice that the moves go still works on the principles of the stick. I hope you still remember. So with the moves, let me show you that I'll be doing the same things, starting from the basic horizontal, the X and the figure of 8. Okay, so horizontal, then you have the X moves, and then the figure of 8. Okay, figure of 8. And if you remember, I said that there is a move that is related to triangles. Okay, triangles. It's like you're drawing a triangle in front of you, and that's how we guide it. Okay, and of course you do the pointing where your hands point. That's where you go. Okay, that's where you go. Okay, and then you have the abanico, fan, fan, fan. Okay, and then you have the inverted sinawali. Okay, and then you have the sinawali. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, those are samples of how we do it mano-mano. Okay, I hope you enjoy those moves, friends. Those are extemporaneous moves, meaning unplanned. But if you have learned some principles, okay, of what we have taken up, like the principles of the basic, then you just can go on, okay? And later on, I'll be telling you what the moves mean, okay? The moves when it's mano-mano is versatile because each move can be a parry, can be a strike, can be a block, and so on and so forth. Okay, abanico is a strike, could also be a block, and could be something like this. Okay, and the triangle is a guide on how where to strike. Okay, and it can be forward and backward as well, and it can be inverted, the base up and the apex down. Okay, and we have the inverted, okay, the inverted sinawali. So you can make use of this. Once we get the partner, I'll be able to show you how this is used to exercise with the partner using the Kali principles. Okay, thank you very much for listening, and I hope you learned something today. Okay, bye bye.